storage.
Okay, we are live. We are live. We got time for about a 4 minute,
Pre-game
about a
show.
4 minute pregame show here on the channel. And that other voice you hear is the lovely Lady Bree Fit Dance. Bree Fit Dance in the house. Kyle Jett is in the house. He's in the house early. You need to be in Zello. Everybody needs to be in Zello. Zello, Zello, Zello. And this is what it looks like. This is Zello and what's been going on lately. Let's see. Are there any images in here? Yeah, there's an image. There's an image right there. Okay.
23 million.
So yeah, there's a bunch of cool stuff in here. You guys got to check it out. That's on the Watches channel in Zello. Zello, like hello, but with a Z. Zello. And the lovely Lady Bree is here. We just did a few photos and we did a range test on the Redivis two-way radios.
Walkie-talkies.
And we're going to stay tuned on this channel for a full review video coming up, hopefully tomorrow.
Hopefully
get
tomorrow.
That thing issued.
We have a lot to edit.
And they seem to work pretty good.
Yeah.
Seem to work pretty good. And these are the FRS, the Family Radio Service radios that put out 2 watts. Those are limited to 2 watts. Those are the ones that need no license. Anybody can buy them. You buy them any of the big box stores or on Amazon or whatever. You know, they're anywhere from $20 to $50 each, depending on the quality of the radio.
And you can use them.
And they're
in
handy.
a lot of ways.
Yeah, they're handy. Bree, grab the 002 and throw it in a tub of water. Hurry, Craig is quick and strong. Triforce Rich in the house. Okay, so
he's right about strong.
I think there could have been some trolls infiltrating the channel because there were some people, first of all, espousing the virtues of Tudor watches, which we all know that's foolishness, silliness. Get this mic down a little bit from your mouth. Down a little bit. Yeah. Just silliness. And then we have this gentleman, you can see here, 777 is his
profile
icon.
Picture.
And God bless him. He was talking about how, you should try to trade Bitcoin and time the market, hey, buy at the bottom and sell at the top and all this stuff. And then he was talking about how there's some altcoins that are better than Bitcoin, right? That you should take a look at these altcoins and they're faster and they're all this stuff, right? All the stuff we've been hearing for years from the altcoiners, right? That the altcoiners have something better. They have the next Bitcoin, right? Well, newsflash on the channel, the next Bitcoin is Bitcoin. Bitcoin is the next Bitcoin. That little chime is from this post right here.
From Kyle Jett.
From Kyle Jett, professor of economics.
So he's actually a guy?
I don't know. That's a good question.
He's actually real.
And somebody's laughing. And then is that the link you put in for the show?
Yeah.
Okay. And so sometimes these guys do it is funny. It is pretty hilarious, some of the things that these guys post. And then there's the skinny jeans debate. Should you wear the skinny jeans or skinny khakis, right? Instead of the ones that have
guys, no.
Instead of the ones that have the decent amount of fabric in them, right?
Yeah.
And so, what do you think, Bree? I mean, you see, I wear Bill's khakis a lot, right? You see me wearing Bill's khakis a lot.
Yeah, that's more like professional.
Do they fit okay? Do they look like they're okay, or do they look real loose, real baggy?
No, they look great.
Yeah,
they don't look loose or like tired.
So yeah,
they gotta be just right.
Yeah. So Boozer says, he says, Craig, just emailed a picture of Miss America who killed herself recently. Why did she do it, Bree? This does not compute.
She's really
followed
pretty.
The story. You followed the story a little bit.
Is
there any updates?
She was suffering from depression and like had mental health issues.
It's really sad because
she was actually like helping her followers like with the mental health issues and stuff like that.
That's kind of a case.
And she herself had problems.
Yeah, that's kind of a case of the blind leading the blind.
Yeah,
as we would say, right?
Yeah.
So,
but that's so like far. That's so high, like the 29th floor.
And the problem is, it's
How?
It
And she didn't
su
even live on that floor. She
well,
actually lived on the sixth floor.
the problem is the suicide rates
She
are
like went up.
way up since all the government ordered lockdowns and so forth. The suicide rates are way up. So it turns out there are unintended consequences when you lock people down for years on end,
Yeah.
and people get depressed and terrible things
They
happen.
don't know
And
what to do and they're just
it's very, very sad.
like
Very, very
what should I
sad.
do?
Kyle's in the house. We were trying to figure out if this is GPU. I sent a picture request to connect on LinkedIn and he
He
denied it.
denied
Okay.
it.
Um, the new males like to show off their colorful socks, hence the flooding pants. Okay, so the pants that are short, uh, that are cut short. Okay, Craig,
Could you bring
could
out a
you
pair
bring
of
out a
those?
pair of Bill's khakis for us to see and show us roughly how much extra leg space is needed for the ideal fit? Triforce Rich in the house. He's one of the ones that's been kind of trolling about
He's
the
been
Bill's
trolling a
khakis,
lot.
about how much extra
He
fabric
trolled
there is.
about the movie where you can't like wear the old gold watch
Yeah.
in
Oh,
rough
yeah.
terrain.
Oh,
In
yeah.
rough
Okay.
terrain.
So here's the thing. So we're watching Godzilla. We watched the first half of Godzilla,
Godzilla.
where he attacks New York, right, and tears shit up. Excuse my French. And
It's a really cool movie.
the colonel that's in charge of like, I guess corralling this thing and trying to kill it
Yeah.
or whatever they're going to do. He's wearing it looks like a gold stunner on a leather strap, and the
Looks
first
exactly
scene
like
the
this.
first scene where we saw him doing this was in Panama, in the rainforest or whatever. Of course, it's humid, it's raining. Most of the movie, it's raining. Even in New York, it's raining.
Yeah.
I don't know what the thing is with this movie, but it's
Like they
raining the
gotta
whole
go
time.
through that rain a
And
lot
so
times.
he's wearing this stunner on a strap, and there's several other stars in the movie that are wearing watches on straps. And somebody says Triforce Rich Triforce Rich was trolling and saying it's a movie.
Yeah.
It's a movie. Like it doesn't count because it's a movie. Well, here's the thing. When
If it's a
you're
movie, they
you're
gotta
shooting a
like
movie, a lot of
do
times
it a
those
lot of
scenes
times.
where he's going and the guy's got the umbrella and it's raining and all that stuff, a lot of times they'll shoot that scene 6, 7, 8 times to get it right. So actually the watch is arguably exposed to the inclement weather even more because they're making a movie.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
like he's going from the plane to the tent
In
just
like one
once.
take.
Yeah.
In one take.
He's going
Like
there,
they gotta do it a bunch of
and they're
times.
shooting this thing. And
I
so
know from experience, like I gotta do my stuff a bunch of
yeah,
times.
sometimes we do have to do multiple takes. So so that's even a more extreme environment.
Yeah.
So yeah, the arguments, the arguments that these live TV folks, the arguments that these guys have against the stunner and the leather strap are slowly fading away. They're slowly being dismissed as poppycock. You ever heard that term, poppycock? That's like BS, right? That's another way of saying BS. Okay, so
and it's so comfortable, right? The leather
yeah,
strap.
I like the leather straps. I was never a leather strap guy, and I don't
Right now
think
it's really loose. It
and I
turns to the
don't
side like
I don't
that.
think I would be a leather strap guy if it weren't for the deployant clasp. That's what really makes it for me. Now you've kind of gotten used to that clasp, putting it on and off. You do it real quick. You do it every day,
Yeah. I mean,
and
I would love
you
to.
could get used to it. But you would like to have a
I would
deployant
love
clasp
to.
if you
Yeah.
had a choice. But yeah, they're absolutely. These things are super comfortable on wrist, and I just know I don't know if I can go back as far as for a stunner. I think I have to have it on a strap now.
The definition of trolling equals disagreeing with Craig.
Exactly. Well, because if you disagree with me, you're wrong. Because
Holy
here's the
shit.
thing, on this channel, we think things through before we make a statement. And you've heard many times when somebody's asked me a question on this channel, and I'll say, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'll say, I don't know.
You won't say the
I
wrong
don't know
thing.
anything about that, so I can't comment, right? I mean, I'll do that often.
Yeah,
If I don't know the answer, I might try to get the answer for you, but I'm not going to comment on something that I don't know the answer. That'd be silly.
That's
right?
risky.
But a lot of people in the forums
They
And
do
in the
that.
watch forums and all that, they comment on things that they have no idea about.
And that it's their opinion, and
They've never
they
worn a gold
they
stunner
have
for
bad
any.
taste,
They've
first of
never
all.
worn a gold. They have bad taste for starters, yeah, but they've
Second
never.
of all, they don't even wear the watches.
Yeah,
They
they
don't know
haven't
what they're
worn.
talking about.
They haven't worn a gold stunner for any length of time. So they're sitting there saying, "Well, it's soft as butter. It'll get all dinged up.
They're all myths.
And they
If you think
say
about
that
it, they're all
the
myths.
strap, if you sweat in the strap, that it'll like fall apart, and it'll smell terrible and all of this stuff.
Mine
And
doesn't.
I do
It
have
doesn't
to
even smell.
say, I do have to say that anybody that has extreme body odor, right, or that sweats like a stuck pig, right, that sweats a lot,
Holy,
right, or maybe
holy heck!
extremely obese, that sweats a lot, and that spends a lot of time in a very humid basement,
I've been
in a
around those people
moldy. If they
before.
spend a lot of time in a moldy, humid basement with water puddling in the basement because it
Oh
leaks,
God!
and they have a lot of body odor and so forth, they probably shouldn't wear their
And
gold
they don't
stunner
take
on a strap.
showers.
And
And
they
they don't
don't
take
take showers.
showers.
They probably shouldn't wear their gold stunner on a strap in that situation, wouldn't you say, Bree? That'd
That
be pushing it, right?
you
They
you have
probably
to be clean and like,
they probably should have a bracelet in that situation, right?
yeah, you got to take care of your personal
Probably
hygiene.
titanium, titanium in that situation. Carlos is in the house. I am a pixel in a scene of the first. I am a pixel in the scene of the first recent Godzilla that's supposed to be in SFO on winter, but was filmed in Vancouver in the summer. Okay. Craig, should GS release a new gold stunner that can only be purchased with BTC? They'd be smart. Yeah, if they did that. But could you give us 3
What's their
examples
examples?
of you disagreeing with Craig?
I can't disagree with him.
3 examples. No, they want 3 examples, Bree.
I can't.
Think you have to think on it,
I
right?
have to think about it.
That's funny. Okay, so oh, so what we have is let's find the thing here. Okay, so we'll say what we have. Let's do a time check here real quick. What we have, let's see here. We're going to find it right here. Here it is. Are you ready for this, Bree?
Ready.
What we've got here is failure to communicate.
Let's do it one more time.
What we've got here is failure to communicate.
See that? Failure to communicate, right? That's the problem we're running into here. And so
With the trolls.
yeah, well, they're misguided, and it's like this.
I want the truth! You can't handle the truth!
They
Right?
can't handle it.
They can't handle it. I mean, it's
the
like,
truth.
that's the way it is. And
Simple truth.
and some of us want to stack more Bitcoin to build wealth, right? We want to stack more Bitcoin to build wealth,
Yeah.
but then you run into this situation.
Why? What would it prove, Tommy? You don't need the money.
You don't need the money, right? But he's just stacking more. He's stacking more Bitcoin so that you can go into Tiffany's, like the actually little treasury like this.
Didn't I tell you this was a lovely place?
That was Bree's reaction the first time that she was at
Little Treasury.
at Little Treasury Jewelers.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're just having some fun here, and yeah, when it comes to buying a watch, you've got to.
You must choose. But choose wisely. You have chosen wisely.
See?
You have chosen wisely.
You got to make the right choice when you're doing that. All right, we got some more comments here. Let's see what we got. Bree, is Bree allowed to disagree?
Is Brianna I think so.
Yeah.
I can disagree.
You've disagreed before with
Sometimes I
things.
like watches that you don't like.
Yeah, but not very often.
Not very
We have
often.
similar
We have
tastes, but
similar tastes.
sometimes there's a little drifting there. I don't think you guys agreed on booster shots, right? Yeah, I wouldn't take a booster shot.
I kind of had to do it by force.
They forced you?
Well, people keep telling me, "Hey, you gotta get the booster shot. You gotta get it."
So you hang around with a lot of liberals and stuff. Yeah.
Well, I mean, to meet somebody,
Yeah.
like,
They twisted your arm. They
yeah.
twisted your arm. Yeah, I hear you. There's a lot of
And
pressure.
my whole family has it.
A lot of people are putting pressure on innocent people in this
And
day
it
and
still
age.
hurts. It was hurting so
And
bad
it
for
hurts
like,
now?
yeah, it hurts a little bit.
Oh, that's terrible.
It hurt so bad for like 3 days.
They put you into pain.
Yeah.
Put you into pain. And Boozer's in the house. Do Bree and Craig see eye to eye on abortion? I personally consider it murder. Whoa. Yeah, I would think so. I would think that's not a good thing to do.
It. I wouldn't do it.
Yeah, I would think that's not a good thing to do. All tutor wearers, you can't handle the truth. That's right. They can't handle the truth. A lot of the people in a lot of the forums are in Facebook groups and so forth are in denial of the facts, in denial of the truth. Is it true that Bree couldn't work at Little Treasury because she would distract men's gazes away from the watches and maybe get some men in trouble with their wives? Maybe get some men in trouble with their wives.
I think I've gotten some people in trouble.
Yeah, so you got to be careful.
And like they might have gotten divorces.
Divorces? Oh my God.
I'm kidding. I don't even know, but
Oh,
I feel like they have.
And this IB Moran says, for some reason, I find your channel very interesting. Well, thank you. Thank you very much. All right. So, so we've only got 16 people in the Watches channel right now. 16 people. Okay. So those of you that are in there, you've got to be on the safe side. Each of you get one more person to come in. Twist their arm, get one more person to come in to the Watches channel, because I want to be over 20 before we do our next live show. I want to be over 20 active people signed in, because right now it says there's 16 people active on it. I want that number to be 20 for the next live show. So you guys have your marching orders laid out to do what you got to do. Sean's in the house. Hope you guys are good. What's your opinion on how crazy the market has blown up with prices? You're talking about the steel Rolexes? Yes, it's reaching a crescendo, I think. I think we're reaching a peak. And I think that ultimately when the market crashes, it is going to be epic. See, what's happening here is a lot of speculators have gotten into the market and have loaded up on watches. And a lot of the watches are not in the hands of the end users, of the people that really want to just wear and use the Rolex. They're in the hands of speculators, AKA investors, right, that think the price is just going to keep going up forever. And at some point, the market is going to start getting soft. And there's going to be some people that are going to realize that sooner than others, and they're going to sell near the top of the market. But then relatively quickly, the air will go out of the market. It will deflate, because here's what happens in this kind of a scenario is once the word starts getting around that the market is getting soft, then there's a cascade of sellers. Then some people that just say, oh, I just want to get some money off the table. I don't want to take any more risk. They call their gray market dealer and say, I want to sell my Pepsi, what will you give me for it? And the gray market dealer says 28,000 or whatever. And he says, okay, it's on its way. I'm overnighting it to you. And then 5 minutes later, the gray market dealer gets another call from a guy saying, hey, I want to sell my Pepsi. What will you give me for it? And he says, yeah, I'll give you 26,000, whatever. Right. And then in short order, he gets a couple more calls and he starts thinking, uh-oh, what's happening here? Then he starts lowballing. Then he starts saying, well, I can only give you 20 grand. I've already got 2 of them coming here. I've got 3 other people want to sell, 20 grand is the most I can give you. And then the word starts getting around that the market is is crashing, is adjusting, or whatever term you want to use. And then the gray market dealer gets 30 more calls from a whole bunch of people that want to sell their Pepsis. Right now, he's like, I can't buy it at any price. I'm just not in. I'm not a buyer right now. And that's when the panic selling kicks in. And that's when things just get really nasty for the people that are holding a bunch of these steel Rolexes, and they're going to get wiped out. And I think that could happen at any time. It might be a year from now, it might be 2 years from now, but it could happen in 2 weeks also. We don't know when that sort of cascading effect happens in this type of a situation. Remember, a lot of things are inflating in price because the dollar is devaluing is what's really happening. And people are not wanting to have money in dollars. They're wanting to have money in real estate and watches and maybe Bitcoin, whatever.
Correct.
But when they start panic selling, the problem is that it's not a very liquid market. And once those big gray market dealers stop buying, then we'll see what happens. Rocky Raccoons in the house. Let's face it, the only people pushing Tudor are influencers, and those easily influenced. Our Wags is in the house. Hey guys, you look like nice, all dressed up. Nice to see. Sorry, I can't stay for long, but I have 8 inches of snow with 8 more coming.
Oh,
I have to fire up the snowblower. It's a lot of work to do. Whoa, I hear you.
wow.
Pace yourself on that. I sent a link to a new Citizen piece. Okay, let's bring it up. And
The Citizen.
so, and that is that's like in yuan or something, that price. That's
Yeah.
not
USD.
whatever it is. Yeah, I don't know what that is, but I think it's a cool looking piece. Does it have a deployant clasp? Show the clasp. No, it has a standard clasp. Oh, no, it looks like a deployant. Look, it's a deployant. Oh, cool. Yeah, that's a reasonable piece. I wonder if you guys can tell us what that converts to in USD.
385,000.
Yeah, what does that convert to in USD? It's an Echo Drive. Okay. So much for that. That's okay. I think it's still better move to just buy a Grand Seiko and call it a day, but we like to look at all possibilities. Steel Rolex may go down, but titanium Tudor is indestructible. Triforce Rich in the house. And and so, yeah, I mean, oh, that's the one of the girl that jumped. Okay, we can go ahead and show that. It's a copyrighted picture, so we won't show it for long. Yeah, that's the young lady that jumped.
She's
so sad,
pretty.
so sad. She almost looks like a bodybuilder.
Yeah.
She almost
She
looks
really
like she
worked
was
hard.
kind of like a bodybuilder almost. Yeah. That's so sad that somebody gets to that point. And it's so sad that it's possible that the government pushed her to that point.
It's possible.
They say Brianna fixes this. Brianna fixes this. Bitcoin fixes this. Bitcoin could potentially fix a lot of things. It really could. If you take the control of the money away from the government and have it be controlled by math. You can't corrupt it, right? You can governments can be corrupted, but math is math.
So you think suicide rates could go down when Bitcoin
Yes.
is legal tender?
Yes. Because I think a lot of the ills in society are because of the money
issue.
The
money devaluing.
The money well, the fact that money can corrupt. I mean, money can corrupt government officials, right? I mean, they're all facing money for re-election. They all need to get significant donations from donors and money so they can buy radio ads and all of this stuff so they can get reelected. And then once they're reelected, then they're kind of beholding to some of these big donors that donated money. And so the entities can lean on them and get them to do their bidding. it adds a lot of potential corruption to the system when the government also controls the money system, the money supplies,
Yeah.
and so forth. And so it potentially can cause problems. So I think it would be a good thing if we can divorce that, if we can separate the money from the government. We'll see how that whole thing goes, but I think that's a good experiment. And somebody says hi, and Chip says hi, and hey, and Craig, would you consider buying Michael Seller's personal day date if he offered it to you at cost? I'm not a big fan of the platinum day date because it really is heavy on the wrist. So if I was going to go for a day date, I would go for a yellow gold day date, and I would probably go for a 36 mil, not the 40 mil. But again, I've kind of moved on from Rolex because I like my current stunner. I like my current stunner that's super, super accurate. Super accurate, a lot more accurate than any day date. And Trevor Search says, hey, Blue. And Craig, shutdowns did not stop the spread at all. Nothing but catastrophic results from that. Yeah, there's no evidence that any of the government actions slowed the spread of the thing, because the states that didn't have draconian lockdowns and maskings and all of that stuff, they did just fine. I mean, Florida's doing fine. Texas is doing fine. So yeah, there's no evidence that
It actually helped.
that it helped at all. Yeah, and there is a lot of evidence that it possibly hurt.
Harmed.
Yeah, it did a lot of harm. So.
Yeah. Oh, you missed some comments
Which one?
at the top.
Oh, the $3,800 to Japanese yen. Okay. Okay, so we didn't show this and we didn't show the price. Okay.
Oh, and then Buser says, why would you work so hard on your body and then literally just throw it away? Yeah.
Depression is a terrible thing. Drug use is a terrible thing.
It gets to the head. And like, it's all in the head.
It's really terrible. Really, really terrible. All right, what other issues were we going to address?
Well, I got earrings.
Oh, yeah. You want to tell about those?
Early Valentine's Day present.
Early Valentine's Day present from a subscriber, right? From one of your subscribers.
And it looks like FOPE. It has the FOPE
kind of has a
design.
similar look to the FOPE, and you will share a photo of those later, right?
Yeah.
You can't. Do you have a photo you can upload and show them now, or would that take too much time? Can you? Is that one photo ready to go up onto your Flickr?
I gotta brand it.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So maybe later.
Oh, you can share it in the Watches channel.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so stay tuned. Bree will share a closer photo of her earrings in the Watches channel. Oh, well, honey, you don't have to do it now.
No. Oh, later?
Oh, you want to do it now? You have to brand it.
Well, no, I can just like share it airdrop it to my phone.
Oh, and then
Just
put it in there.
share
Okay, all right. All right. See how sophisticated the lovely lady Bree is? How she can do all this stuff? This is the chair that my buddy said he was going to buy at Walmart, this Knoll chair. I said, good luck finding that at Walmart. He says, well, you don't have to spend a lot of money to have a nice chair. I can just get one for $50. So, okay. All right. Whatever floats your boat. Good luck with that whole deal. All right, what's this here? Hey, Blue, says Triforce Rich. All right, what else? It seems like we're missing some things. Oh, and some others, and I think it was Triforce Rich that also made some negative comments about the Oxford sports coats. Okay, now I'm wearing a cashmere, 100% cashmere. See here? 100% cashmere sport coat. Oxford. Feel it, Bree. Feel the fabric on that.
Wow. That's really soft.
So what do you think? What's your take on an Oxford sport coat like this? Does this look outdated? Does this look terribly outdated? I mean, does it look bad to you?
No, it looks good to me.
So these guys said that it's like nobody would wear anything like that, like it's old fashioned and all that stuff.
Definitely not.
There you go, guys. She's right here. She's 18 inches away from the jacket, and that's what she says. And she's obviously got good taste. I mean, just look at her. So
Just look at her.
just look at Lady Bree, and you just tell me that she doesn't have good taste. I
shared the photo too.
All right, Craig. Shutdowns did not stop the okay, we read that. Okay. Do you think you could convince Michael Sell to go to GS if he saw your 002 and he realized that he needed upgrade? If I meet him at the thing, I'll ask him. If I meet him at the event, we're thinking about going to the Bitcoin conference. Did you wear your day date in the pool or jacuzzi, Craig? I did a couple times in the jacuzzi, maybe in the pool. Back in the day, I was in the ocean numerous times with day dates and things like that, but not as often as I was with like a GMT master or something. Usually it was a GMT master, but occasionally I would find myself in a situation where I was wearing the day date and I ended up in those kind of situations. I don't think it harms them one bit.
But you would take this away. You would take this
I
off.
wouldn't take this in a hot tub. No, I mean, that would be kind of silly.
Yeah.
But yeah. Craig just sent some pics of a gentleman with similar values to you, yellow gold all the way. Oh, God, I can imagine. Carlos has a good sense of humor. Well, having the vaccine soon definitely improved the situation, and Trump worked hard on that. Okay. Hi, Bree and Craig. Hello, Cheetown. Is Blue here? I don't think so. And Donnie's Craig and Bree looking fancy. Well, thank you.
Oh, he's 777.
He's 777. Okay, so he's the guy that has to check out the Bitcoin page. Let me put it in here. Right. So he's the guy that needs to check out the Bitcoin page that I have on my site, because he's the one that was talking about the altcoins, that some of the altcoins are faster and all of this stuff, and some of the altcoins are decentralized. He actually said that some of the altcoins are decentralized. So yeah, no, come on. Let's step back a little bit, and let's study up a little bit. And he also said he can time the market perfectly. Not perfectly, but he can buy pretty much at the bottom and then sell pretty much at the top.
Oh my God.
That he's that good. So that's
if he can do it,
he must be. If he can do that,
he's like one of
he
the
must be mega rich. He must be
one of the 1%.
Yeah, maybe even less than that. He's probably mega rich if he can do that.
Oh yeah,
he's rolling in dough. Triforce Rich in the house. I love Oxford sport coats. Why has this turned into slander against me? Triforce Rich in the house. I thought it was him that was questioning the sport coats also. Was it somebody else?
I have no idea.
Somebody was questioning it. Put in the comments. Come on, own up. Who was it that was questioning it?
Tell the truth. Reveal yourself.
Yes. And let's see, RA in the house. What's the approximate current rate for a good condition second-hand two-tone Datejust 36 mil? I think good condition really, it has a lot of latitude there. One person's good condition might be one person's poor condition, but maybe some of the guys can chime in on to what they think those things would go for. If I had to guess, I'd guess anywhere from 6,000 to 12,000, depending on how good the condition is. But I could be wrong. Let's see. Is Aiden here? I'm a bit confused on who he is in the YouTube world. Okay.
That's the 777.
Need some altcoins. Oh, geez. All right. Depends on age, condition. Older 1601s can go for $3,000 or so. 90s and earlys, 2000s. 16234s and 162s are going for over $5,000 now. Cheetown in the house, coming on in the house. and somebody's laughing. Kyle's in the house. When you move to Sarasota full time, are you planning on going to the beach and in the ocean regularly? If so, will you have to go back to day date? Assume one watch solution. Um, no, because when I was in Sarasota, I wintered there for many, many years. Okay. I almost never went in the ocean because it's kind of a little bit nasty, to tell you the truth.
It's
Um,
dirty.
it's not, it's not my thing. And so, no, that's a non-issue. And also, I'm not planning on being there full time. I'm still planning on during the real hot summer months being elsewhere.
Okay.
So I won't really be there, quote, full time. I'll be there 6 months out of the year for sure, but not the whole time. But yeah, no, I'm not a swimmer in the ocean. It's not my thing.
I am.
Bree might do it. But wouldn't you
I
prefer
like
pool?
to.
Wouldn't you prefer pool?
Yeah, but I love like
All of it.
all of it.
Yeah.
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 I'm a
So
mermaid.
yeah. So you might have to have something else to wear in the
In the
ocean.
ocean, or I can just like take it out.
Of course, your
I
Apple
mean,
Watch
I've
is
worn
waterproof.
Apple Watch. Oh yeah, not
Yeah,
this.
your Apple
I've
Watch
worn
is
my Apple
waterproof.
Watch like in the pool for like an hour or two,
Yeah,
and
it's
it's fine.
supposed to be
Like,
waterproof. So yeah. But it's a non-issue for me. My wife yesterday publicly disapproved of the idea of me wearing a FOPE. I
oh
heard that. I
god,
heard that.
oh
But I think you
god,
would look really classy with a FOPE to go with that day date.
that's not good. But yeah,
I think
he
that
would
would.
really rock it.
Yeah, he would rock it. He really would because he's a good-looking guy. I mean,
Yeah,
he's a
he
good-looking
is.
guy. I got a buddy that's a little bit light in the loafers, and I showed him a picture of Carlos. He said, "Man, he's hot. He's hot."
Oh wow,
So yeah. Um,
that's cool
certain males are attracted to
to him.
Carlos. Yeah.
Yes.
All females are attracted to him,
Yeah.
but
All
even
females.
some males are attracted to him. So my bad, I forgot the two-tone price. Okay. Would Bitcoin go to 5K if we go into a recession? I would doubt it. I don't think we're going to see those kind of numbers again, but that would be a gift. That would be a great time to stack up some Bitcoin,
Yeah, definitely.
buy some Bitcoin.
I wonder when recession is.
Because it's the only real truly scarce asset that we have. So that would be a good time to stack it up. From what I've seen, add 1 to 2 grand for a two-tone model, Cheetown in the house. I'm happy to take some Oxford sports coats off you, Craig. If we were the same size, it's a hole in my closet. I'm missing some good sport jackets. What size do you wear, Triforce Rich? Do chime in. What size do you wear? Carlos O'Donnell was the one who greenlit Operation Warp Speed while Team Blue was trashing the effort and saying they wouldn't take the jab. He's right to not let them take that win. Yeah, I mean they did a 180 on that, right? They said they wouldn't take the jab, and then they now they say everybody has to have the jab and a jab and a jab and a jab and some more jabs. For me, GS really needs something to challenge the day date and date just. We could definitely, Kyle, we could come out with a killer lineup for Grand Seiko, but unfortunately they don't pay any attention to us and they don't really care what we want or what we say. And that's kind of the way it is, unfortunately. How come this is not working? Okay, there we go. Oh no, the ocean is nasty there. That's a deal breaker. I'm not a big fan of swimming in salt water. In certain times of the year, they have what's called something like the red tide or something where it is really nasty and you shouldn't go in,
Oh.
period, right?
Yeah.
But a lot
No,
of other
definitely not.
times you do see people swimming in there. You do see people that enjoy it. But
Is there a clean ocean at all?
oh yeah, there are oceans where it's
No,
the
like
water's
in Sarasota.
well, yeah, it's not a lot of the time it's not bad. It's pretty clear. I mean, it's
Okay.
good from a standpoint of it's the ocean, for God's sakes. It's salt water, first of all,
Yeah.
and it's the ocean. Everything dumps into the ocean.
Yeah.
Okay, remember, everything dumps into the ocean. So to make the argument that the ocean is clean, I don't
Can't
know
be
about that.
entirely
I
clean.
don't know about that.
What about the islands?
Some parts of the ocean are cleaner than other parts of the ocean. I'll say that. But remember, everything dumps into the ocean. And even when it rains, the rainwater goes through the air and picks up any particulates or anything that's in the air and all that. And
Yeah.
it lands on the ocean. So when it rains on the ocean, it pulls things
Dirty.
into the ocean, right? So
What
that,
about island? What about the islands? Like Hawaii or like
well, I mean, they're surrounded by the ocean.
what about like the other islands? The Virgin
They're all
Islands.
surrounded by the
The
ocean.
Virgin Islands.
They're all surrounded by the ocean. And some of them, just because the water looks pretty clear in
Yeah,
some
some
of
of them
them,
do.
it doesn't mean that it's, quote, clean.
Clean.
First of all, you
Yeah.
can't drink it because it's salt water to start with, right? Salt water will kill you if you drink enough of it.
Yeah,
Okay.
sometimes it gets to like my
You
nose or
can't
my
drink salt water. Okay. I mean, if you're
like-
marooned on a desert island and there's no fresh water and it's just surrounded by ocean, you got an issue on your hands, right? You got an issue that you got to resolve quick, within 3 days. All right, you got to figure that out. Triforce Riches in the house. Didn't they release an all gold snow lake in the Japanese market? There's something like that, yes. Kyle, it's Florida. What do you expect? Triforce Rich in the house. Craig, do you have a property manager take care of your place down in Sarasota while you're not there? Yes, I do. Yes, and he's very good. And I highly recommend that if you're absentee owner, if you have a property that's a distance away, you got to have somebody really good looking after your place, and he is. I love Olympic-sized pools with chlorine water and doing laps versus floating around with seaweeds and sharks and salt water. And
yeah, I would choose that too.
And Carlos says
Glups or
Glups,
gulps.
okay. I've been to the east coast of Florida several times, and the beach was great. I expect that, but I haven't been to the Gulf side. Well, it's going to be every bit as good as the East Coast. Yeah, unless it's like I say, unless it's these certain times where they have what they call that red tide thing, and that's not all the time by any means. But when they have that, no, you don't want to go in the water. And I don't know if they have that on the East Coast as well. But yeah, no, you should be fine. A lot of people go in the water. Don't get me wrong. I mean, when you go to Siesta Beach, it's rated as one of the top beaches in the world. It's always in the top 10.
Yeah.
Just Google it. Google the best beaches in the world, and Siesta Beach, which is in Sarasota, is always right up there.
Sent this in.
Okay.
These Rolex watches. Yeah, too much.
Yeah, of those three, I would definitely take the two-tone GMT. That one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Of those three. I was never a fan of the integral bracelets that they have on the that's a Rolex Date 8 that's quartz. It's quartz, oyster quartz. And that's the one thing I really didn't like about those watches is they put the integral bracelet on them.
It doesn't look nice.
That's a fail. Yeah, that's a fail. Okay. All right. So I can take 40 regular and have a 41-inch chest. Okay. Triforce, there's a really nice all silk sport coat on eBay. Go ahead and pull up eBay. It looks like a really nice one because I have a saved search and I get notifications. I didn't buy it because I don't need anything, but I just like to keep an eye on what's out there for different things. And so I have a saved search. Go ahead and go to my eBay and go to watch list. Yeah. And go to recently added. Pull down. Oh, it is recently added. Scroll down till you see the sport coat. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. There it is. Click on that. Okay. So so there you go. That's Oxford Rare Vintage, 100% pure silk. Go ahead and show all the pictures.
Yeah, I like it. Pure silk.
Yeah, and I think it's a 2-button. So that's a nice piece.
Oh, with a tie.
Well, it doesn't come with that though.
Yeah, but it looks really nice with that tie.
It looks like it's in mint condition. There's a size, see, 41. So it's a
Oh,
size 41. And he's got all the measurements there of it. He's got all the measurements of it. So you could compare it to a sport coat that fits you now really well, right? Compare the measurements. And if you get lucky, it won't need any alteration at all. My guess is the only alteration it'll probably need is the sleeves, maybe lengthening or shortening the sleeves, probably lengthening them. So yeah, there you go. Ask and you shall receive. That's about your size, Triforce Rich. Con, I always ask GS dealers if they know who are, and by the way, he hasn't sold that yet, and it's make offer. It's $199 or make offer. Is there a shipping fee on it? Scroll down, is there shipping? Free 4-day shipping. So I'd offer that guy $140 and see what he does. It's in Brooklyn, New York. It's in Brooklyn. I'd offer him $140 and see what he says. That'd be a nice sport coat for that money, I think. Kyle and I always ask GS if they know who you are. You've sold more GSs than any dealer could dream of. Maybe like many heroes, GS will build you a shrine when you're no longer around. Yeah, maybe they'll miss me when I'm gone. Maybe that's how that'll work. Swimming and red tides are no. Most of the time, the beach in South County, San Diego is closed because of the sewer runoff from Tijuana, Mexico. Yeah, I hear you.
yeah.
I hear you. I think Xavier knew Craig, but Alex, the manager, isn't on YouTube as much and wasn't aware. When you go to Sarasota, there's a hole in the wall restaurant in the hood that's out of this world. It's called Stroke Seafood. Okay, cool.
Seafood.
There's a couple of Amish restaurants that are run by the Amish that are really good. There's the one Yoder's that's really good. There's a couple of them that are just out of this world, that are straight up Amish, the real deal thing. Cheetown Imperial Beach has had more pollution-related beach closures than any other beach city in California. Coronado claims they aren't having that problem, but they're right up the coast. Okay. Boozers in the house. Craig sent pics of a fellow day-date enthusiast. Is that the one we already showed? Kyle's laughing out loud.
Yeah.
Oyster Quartz day-date is pimp, in my opinion. Okay. Craig, did people wear the Oyster Quartz back in the day? Did you actually know anyone who owned one? Was that the logic behind it? No, nobody really bought them. Most of us didn't like the styling of them, for one thing. And no, I don't think they sold very well. Nice. Okay, there's a reason you haven't and will never hear rappers talking about tutors. It's Rolex, AP, Richard Mell, or Patek Philippe. Tutor is not horology non grata. Yeah. Let's see. How much do you think that's worth, Craig? I may buy it. Triforce Rich. Well, we just said I'd offer him like 140. I don't know that you're going to get it for less than that. I mean, you can try, but I think
138.
I think if he could get it for 140 shipped, that'd be a hell of a coat. That's about a $3,500 coat new. The guy says in there that it's about a $3,500 coat new, and I don't doubt it. These coats are freaking expensive. Okay.
Yeah.
They've got real canvas. You see the roll that you get here. See that roll? That's because that's hand stitched canvas underneath there, and they stitch it. It takes a long time for them to do all those rows of stitching, and the way they do the stitching, that's what forms that. It's not because of the way it's pressed or anything. It's the way the canvas is done that gives you that roll, right? And there's a lot of other details to these coats that make them a little bit special. A little bit special. Of course, this one has the functioning buttons.
And like the design is, the pattern is,
Yeah, well, they in that other one that we saw that he would look at, that's really nice too. This one's cashmere, that one's silk.
They're both
They don't
soft.
have junk material.
Soft
You're
and
not going to
comfortable.
get an Oxford sport coat that is going to be made of some crap material. They're all going to
Definitely
be
not.
the real. If they're the real deal, they're going to be. They don't make junk. Okay. They don't make junk. Now, these days, they might have some products that are made overseas or something. I don't know. But a lot of their stuff is still made in the USA, even today, even now. I think all their made to measure stuff is all made in the USA.
Oh,
And
we didn't show there.
oh, yeah. This is Bree's
New earring.
Bree's new earring. What do you think? That was an early whatchamacallit. Oh, somebody just shared a picture.
They're
Carlos
like,
just
don't show Brianna.
yeah, no, we're gonna show this. I think it looks nice. I like the earrings.
Me too.
I think they look nice. A little bit, but it gets fuzzy. Yeah. We'll have to take some macro shots of them. We'll have to take some close-ups.
Yeah.
They're really nice. I like them. They're good looking. They didn't need to be polished or anything. They looked great right out of the box. They looked great. Let's see here. Let's see. Okay, we answered that. Craig, do you have any Amish built products? I don't know. I'd have to think about it. I don't know. I don't think so. Oyster quartz are going for a lot right now. Interesting. Craig, are you still looking for a good motor coach, or have prices become too ridiculous? They're not that insane. And I'm still perusing. It's going to have to be something really
We had
amazing,
an
really well
special
kept,
request
preferably a
from
one-owner
Jason.
unit,
Jason wanted your
always kept in the
opinion
garage.
about the FOPE
I'm very
watch
picky, but when the
cover.
right one comes along, I'm ready to pounce. So the sleeves are too short for me. Not sure how easy a tailor can lengthen a coat sleeve. Oh yeah, easily. And it says, I think he says in his description how much fabric is available to let out. So as long as there's enough available to let out, that is a minor thing. Any decent, even a good dry cleaner that does alterations and all should be able to do that. I mean, that's done all the time. It's almost never do you get a sport coat that has the right length sleeve. They almost always have to be altered. If you buy one brand new, they're going to adjust the sleeves to the correct length. Bree, have you been to Argentina?
I have not.
What cufflinks there? Okay, I'm wearing, these are Bitcoin cufflinks that I got from Etsy. They're not that expensive. And so, yeah. Craig, what would you do if a well-intentioned but ignorant friend were to gift you a tutor?
They wouldn't know you hate them.
I would sell it immediately.
But you would accept it.
Actually, depending on who it is, I would say, well, is there any way you can return it? Right? Is there any way you can return it? If you can return it, return it.
You can return it.
For God's sakes, return it.
Don't even give it to me.
So, Jeepers Stig, we need proof of life. I just joined the talk. Wow, you both dressed to kill. Well, thank you. Thank you very much for hopping in. What's up, guys? Jason had a meeting, right? So he was able to finally come in. So I guess his meeting wrapped up because he had a meeting. Let's see here. What's the verdict on the FOPE watch? I wasn't that enamored with them. They shared a picture of a FOPE watch.
Yeah.
FOPE has some watches.
I
would stick to the bracelets for FOPE, and I would get the watches elsewhere, I think.
And the earrings.
And the earrings.
For a lady.
Lance, are you calling? But I'll tell you what, Bree, I love your vest, Craig. Wow. Well, thank you. Okay, so somebody's laughing out loud. Okay. Bree, I really like the earrings you have. I don't even know if you need FOPE earrings now. I really
They would be
don't.
like extra.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on middle-aged men who develop strange obsessions with hoarding Hermes bags? That would be kind of strange.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, meeting just ended. Glad I could join for a bit. Okay. Um, so, oh, he's got another tutor picture in here.
Oh,
Uh,
that's your email.
oh, no, I'm sorry. I wanted to show the tutor. Okay, so there we go. Look at that. Oh, well, what can you do? You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. What else were we talking about?
I like the flowers. Oh, I got the vest. We took some pictures with and the vest
But you, oh yeah, you took the close up. Yeah, I like that. Showing
with
the
the
FOPE.
necklace.
Yeah, we did. She didn't have any pictures that really showed the FOPE close, and so we took a couple, and so there you go. Yeah, that looks nice. Looks nice.
Yeah.
We took those to do a comparison between the FOPE and the one that the actress was wearing in the show. She was wearing a necklace that looked very similar to that. So,
Oh,
so
in
yeah.
that movie Godzilla, there were like two people who were wearing gold watches, like with the leather straps.
Yeah, and then the other guy was wearing one that would look like it was steel.
Yeah.
The other guy. Matter of fact, more of the people had their watches on straps than had them on bracelets. You know, and this is the other thing that we need to talk about is the
Because they're just so comfortable.
the bracelets are really a relatively new phenomenon.
Yeah.
Really. Because if you go back decades, if you go back 30 or 40
Back in
years,
the day.
a lot of watches were on straps. Probably the majority. If you went back, well, let's say 40 years,
Okay.
maybe 50 years. Obviously, if you went back to the 1930s, 1940s, the vast majority of them were on straps. And the watches were smaller, and people paid extra money to have a smaller watch. The bigger, bulky watches were frowned upon. They weren't elegant, right? They weren't, it was more expensive to try to make a watch thinner, right? So they bragged about that their watch was thinner, right? And so now everything's been turned on its head where these guys are wearing these huge watches that look ridiculous when you're wearing a sport coat like this or a suit or whatever. And it's just, I think it's sad that we've lost, you know, we've lost that
tradition
elegance
and tradition too.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit sad. Craig, how is the video scrubbing and editing performance on your new MacBook Pro? It's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Bree doesn't have to do
Like,
proxy media anymore. She
and
can
not much beach ball.
yeah,
Not
she
much
can
beach
edit
ball.
the 4K 60 frames a second
Like,
footage right out of the A7S Mark III without
yeah.
using proxy media, and she likes it. Mr. Q, we need proof. We need proof knives. Remember, Craig, he was supposed to show the rest of the collection. Absolutely, yes. Is Mr. Q in here? Is he in here?
I'm not sure.
I didn't see if he was. Okay. What music do you both listen to? I have to be honest and say that now I generally listen to podcasts. I have some really favorite podcasts that when I go on my long walks, I'm usually listening to those. That's pretty sad. Yeah, that's pretty sad. But I like Fleetwood Mac. I like a lot of the stuff from back and then. Boston, a lot of that kind of stuff. You like rap, right? Craig, are there
Yeah.
any Patek Philippe models that you like? Yes, there are some that have really nice case designs and that look really, really nice. So yes, there are. Oh, I skipped one. When it comes to Rolex, people will pay bigger premiums for subs than larger sea dwellers because they prefer the smaller size. Yeah, the sub is probably the perfect size. But again, back in the day, if you go back to the 30s or 40s, a watch the size of the sub, people would say, what the hell's wrong with you, right? I mean, why do you want something that big and bulky on your wrist, right? So clearly it changed. And of course, that was straight up a sports watch, designed for diving and all that kind of stuff, which, was a relatively new thing, right? And Rolex kind of pioneered a lot of that with the first Oyster, the first affordable waterproof watch, really. If you look at the hottest selling steel watches on the market, most of them are no bigger than 40 mils. Yeah. Yeah, but again, 40 mils is big. The watches back in the day used to be 34 mils, 36 at the most, right? So yeah. Bree likes to wear her watch loose.
It's just loose because of the weather.
Yeah.
But,
And
yeah.
it's not quite
But I don't
loose.
want it to be tight.
It's not quite
either,
loose enough that you can put it on the next hole, right? If you put it on the next hole, it's
gonna
too
be tight. Yeah.
So she's kind of in the in-between right now.
It just kind of turns to the side and automatically.
Yeah. Yeah. So, but it still looks good.
And
no matter
the ring too, like it'll turn
the ring
sideways.
has gotten everything's gotten
Yours
loose.
too.
Mine's gotten kind of loose. My watch, I tightened it one notch for the winter.
Okay.
For the winter time, I
Yeah.
tightened it. Let's see here. I haven't seen Mr. Q in here in a long time. Okay. Did Brianna
get Cartier already? Oh, the watch?
Yeah, no, you don't have a Cartier. No.
I have a Grand Seiko.
Yeah, Grand Seiko. What rap do you like?
I listen to like R&B and pop and like Latino music. Sometimes like Portuguese or a Brazilian.
Okay. Where's Chip wrong? Good question. I like leather bands to be a little bit loose. Yeah, mine is not tight. It's certainly not putting any pressure on anything. But I do in the wintertime, I do have to tighten it one notch because my wrist does change. And on the diver, I loosen that in the summer one notch, tighten it in the winter one notch. So yeah, on the micro adjustments that one has. Cheetown's in the house. 34 millimeter is perfectly acceptable for a bracelet Rolex like a Oyster Perpetual. The Air King 34 means that you're more confident wearing a smaller watch, a bigger watch. The smaller the, yeah, there you go. Carlos in the house. Stainless steel Daytona is effectively the same size and wears the same as an Explorer 39. There you go. I miss Chip. I haven't heard him in so long. I think he settled down, as crazy as that sounds. I never even knew if he really existed, if there really was a Chip Wong. So I don't know.
Not.
Or the Air King, I mean. Okay. Bree, do you listen to Kazamba? Okay.
No.
Craig, how often do you wear full leather outfits? I wear leather jackets often, but I don't wear leather pants often. Ever, if ever. Cheetown, when are you getting that Rolex you've been talking about for years now? You can pick up a 34 mil for a good price, probably. Okay. Jason's in the house. I think the Wrench Gang is getting close to as commitment to a group FOPE purchase for the Little Treasure event.
Purchase.
I think that real men should sport a FOPE. Absolutely. I think they should sport a FOPE. I think that's a good move.
You're thinking about a FOPE necklace.
I'm going to get a necklace, I think. I think I'm going to get my Air King 34 millimeter service polished and get a new bracelet for it. It's not in the greatest shape after 34 years of heavy use, never been serviced, and is running slow. I hear you. Traverse Rich, I'm not ready yet to get one. Let's see. Full leather outfit will require a whip to complete the wardrobe. There you go. All right. Well, I think we're going to wrap it up. You're getting hungry, I'm sure.
I'm getting hungry.
I'm sure you're getting hungry.
It's been an hour.
And can we tell them what we're going to eat?
We're going to eat pizza.
Pizza. We bought one of the huge pizzas that you get at Costco yesterday.
Yeah, a whole pizza.
Yeah, the big one with pepperoni. And we ate some of it yesterday, and some of it's in the refrigerator. We'll heat it up, and that's what we're going to eat for dinner.
it's fast and yummy.
That's what we're going to eat for dinner. We occasionally,
Treat ourselves.
treat ourselves to something different.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Let's see. A couple more questions here, Bree. What do you think about Mexican banda music?
They're nice.
And Craig, what's your opinion on earrings for men? I don't see the need for it. I would kind of
I don't
pass
think
on all
so.
that. Share some dinner pics in Zello. Okay.
It's
They
like
are getting up
everything.
in price like everything. Okay. Bree loves mariachi. Okay.
I do.
And I usually eat about 2 boxes of that Costco pizza if I'm on a diet. I limit myself to 1 box. It's good pizza, I think. I find the idea of singing love songs to loud brass and polka music hilarious. Okay.
Wow, they're getting into
And
music.
Lance is calling in. Derek doesn't want to end. And Carlos is in the house. Are you opening
They're
that
just
Johnny
talking about.
Walker bottle with the pizza too? That might go well with that. Please, Craig, don't end.
They're just talking about different things to like
Open.
extend the
Okay, so
show.
here's the thing. Okay, so one last announcement on the watches channel, guys. My gosh, we got 26 people watching right now. Everybody should join this Zello channel. The app is free for you to download onto your phone. It's Zello, Zello.com, Zello.com, and then go ahead and add the watches channel, and we have a lot of fun in there. You can share pictures, you can put comments in there, you can, just like a walkie-talkie, you can talk back and forth just like a walkie-talkie. It's a free app. So go ahead and get it. You're on Android or iPhone, just search Zello, Zello. It's described as a walkie-talkie app in there, but it's a lot more than that. And make sure that you get the watches channel, and we can have some fun. That's right. Okay. I eat about 7,000 calories a day. If I'm bulking, 10,000 calories. Thanks for reminding me. Time to flush off that book. Okay.
Finish off.
Kentucky Fried Chicken, Craig and Bree. Oh, Megan's in the
Oh,
house.
time to
Woot, woot.
end.
Okay. And Cheetown, I have a Zello account. I just can't stream while on the app. iPhone doesn't like multitasking.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but you can
need like
you can
two
hang out.
devices.
Yeah, you can just hang out in there in between shows. Yeah, in between shows. So that's how you do that. All right.
Some people use their like
We're
iPads.
gonna wrap it up.
Laptops.
You want to show your website before we wrap it up?
Oh, it doesn't have.
You should always have it in a tab, Bree. Come on, you organize the tabs.
I have panties for Bitcoin though. Why is this? Oh, okay.
Yeah, we'll let it load in first before you cut to it. All right, let's see what other. Let's see, girl power. Okay, Craig, what's the most you've ever ate in one sitting? Oh my gosh, I've eaten at like buffets and things like I've eaten insane amounts. Are you finished? I sure know how to clear a room out. Yeah, unfortunately. That's how you find Bree, BreeFitDance.com, and you'll find all her social media links there. So do check it out. And she's even set up a wish list on Amazon, a wish list on Amazon. So if you want to buy her,
generous.
if you're feeling generous, you want to buy her something nice.
That's my Instagram.
And she's got her Instagram feed there. So
yeah.
So yeah, check it out. BreeFitDance.com. BreeFitDance.com. All right, don't show them too much. You got to leave some for them to go and discover on their own. Thanks everybody for watching. We will see you guys next time. Yes, we will.
I didn't show my outfit though.
And well, you want to show it?
Just like a little bit.
Push that chair out of the way. Push that chair out of the way. We got to do it with this camera because we don't have the other camera hooked up. So you've got your brand on those pants.
Yeah.
You've got the Bitcoin brand and your brand on the pants. That's cool. Yeah, I think it works. You've got a alligator hide belt, an alligator belt. Yeah. 2 thumbs up for that. All right, guys. We will see you next time.
See ya.